Hello friends, today we have a very young and very innovative person with us. His name is Mr. Shubham Bhasin. Shubham is a 12th grad student from Lotus Valley International School, Gurgaon. Shubham is a STEM student with strong interest in computer science and entrepreneurship. Shubham is a founder and chief builder of Community CX. It is a very new age startup. His aim is to build a very own Indian next generation community platform. As a high school student, Shubham has authored and launched his very first kind of an entrepreneurship playbook, specially for the school students and the entrepreneurs. This playbook has been launched and got covered during one of India's biggest startup festival called Startup Mahakumbh. Today, we will be talking about his entrepreneurship journey, his interest, and his various likings and the challenges he faced in the overall journey of the startup activity. Welcome Shubham.
वेलकम सर.
How are you? कैसे हो?
सब ठीक सर, आप बताओ सर.
मैं ठीक. Very good. So Shubham, you being a very young, energetic entrepreneur and innovator, what has actually inspired you to got into the world of the startup and the innovation? What was the motivation behind that?
So sir, since a young age I have been into the interest of getting into startups. मतलब बच्चे से हर बार न्यूज़ में like you will see the upcoming startups coming such as Zomato, Swiggy, Paytm, so many of these. We can already see that using government-based interfaces such as UPI, Paytm is able to boom into the online payment market. Similarly, for online commerce such as food, like food deliveries, Zomato, Swiggy, and then there are multiple other Indian companies which are able to bring in change in India. So I want to also bring that type of change, and I think students they have the best time right now for them to bring some massive change in the world.
So when you started this Community CX as a startup, how did you feel when you actually started this activity, this startup?
It was amazing. It was like I was so joy. I was full of joy while I was trying to go through everything. What should I do? What would I want to do? But the first thing which was there was finding the problem. Before any startup, there is always finding the problem. What my problem was that in the place where I live, there are multiple communities, like such as Koreans. There are Indians also, obviously. Then there are Japanese, there are Chinese people, there are multiple communities. Now, communicating with all these communities is a tough task sometimes. It can be language barriers, but sometimes people, we just like are able to feel a bit shy because they are not a part of they're not a part of a community whom we have seen every day. तो ऐसी चीज़ को थोड़ा सा ओवरकम करने के लिए मैंने एक प्लेटफॉर्म बनाया. ओके, एक और दूसरा प्रॉब्लम है, ऑथेंटिक इन्फॉर्मेशन मिलना ऑनलाइन वो मिलता ही नहीं है. कुछ नहीं मिलता है. यू समटाइम्स इट्स फुल ऑफ लॉट ऑफ गार्बेज. यू डोंट फाइंड राइट इन्फॉर्मेशन. सोशल मीडिया इज full of garbage. So I wanted to bring this change using my startup called Community CX.
So while working on this Community CX idea, did you got influenced by any mentor or maybe a book or maybe I would say an event who has actually influenced for your Community CX or throughout your this startup journey? Any book or any event which you feel that it has influenced and has a good impact on your startup thought process, or any mentor also, I would say?
Well, I can say an event.
Okay.
There was Startup Mahakumbh.
Okay.
I had attended Startup Mahakumbh last year in 2024. There are so many startups, so many ideas, so many innovative minds working over there, thinking, brainstorming, trying to get funds to break the market with good innovation. To do all that was one place. But then I also once, when I was younger, like 12 years old, I read a book, Steve Jobs' biography. I love Steve Jobs. He's a nice, like his way of innovatively thinking is something which everybody should read. He talks about connecting the dots. Community CX is a startup which also does the same. I want to connect communities. Similarly, he was also thinking about connecting the dots. That's what everybody should do while they're trying to do a startup.
So I'll just hold on you here.
Yeah.
When you say you got influenced by the Steve Jobs during even the various events like Startup Mahakumbh, might have come across with the school innovation activities also, so to say. So you, as an innovator looking towards your age as a teenager, did you face any challenges also during the start of your startup journey? Any challenge if you can share with us?
Yes, there were a lot of challenges. First of all, when anybody is starting a startup, whatever age you are, first thing is finding the problem. Sometimes it's very tough to find a problem. It's sometimes you find the problem so easily, like you're sitting at home, you find the problem. Or sometimes it's so tough, you keep thinking, oh, when will I find the problem? What is it? What is it that the world needs? And when you find it, another problem, there are multiple challenges which sometimes you face. You have to be mentally prepared while you're trying to face such challenges. So one is that, another can be, ideating what you want to do or marketing. But a main challenge which a school student like me faced and we can face is, getting right funding. There is no incubator or there is no like startup helping ecosystem, like an assisting ecosystem which can help students to be mentored by or be funded by any person who is already successful in business. There is nothing like that in India. And also there is no information online for me to learn. I had to rigorously study about what people do these days to get a startup to be successful or to build a startup.
I can understand, and I can correlate the kind of a pressing problem which you have had faced during your startup journey, specifically at the initial days. But let me add one point. Maybe this is an information to all of my school innovators also, that Ministry of Education's Innovation Cell has launched one dedicated program called School Innovation Council. Rather, I would say it is an actual experiential track for all the school students in India, where you can get the exact help and the mentoring for your ideas. School Innovation Council is proactively supporting to the school students for their own innovation ideas. For more information, you can go and visit to the website called School Innovation Council, that is SIC. I thought, because you face this challenge, Shubham, I thought this platform can be a good supportive, I would say, instrument to the young students and the innovators like you. Now, having said this, the kind of a challenge which you experienced, I remember you wrote one playbook also,
Yes.
Which got some good eye attention, if I'm not wrong, during a Startup Mahakumbh.
Yes.
Can you tell us about what is this startup playbook all about? Any light or any USP of that playbook, if you can share to us?
So the startup playbook which I have built, it's not exactly just any startup playbook. It's a startup playbook for students, and anybody can use it, yes, but I have made this specially for any student to easily use. Anybody can use. It's very simple. It's in such simple language. It elaborates whatever a school student needs to build their own startup. There are various pointers which are given in this, various things which you have to study, and there are about 17 points here, and there is a reason why there are 17, not 5, not 50, nothing. 17, you need to do all of them. Otherwise, you have made some mistake and it might be very crucial. Now, some of these points include, say, like defining the problem. You have to define a problem first. You have to also define its solution. What do you want to do to solve it? You have to also build your own pitch book. What does that mean? A book which like kind of promotes, like explains your startup so that investors can understand, and market it also. That's another point. Like this, there is a lot of stuff you have to do to actually get a startup. For that, there is no book or any information source which gives this sort of information. So I have built this playbook to benefit any school student who wants this.
I personally gone through your playbook and I found this is very interesting, Shubham. In fact, I would request all the school innovators and the school students also to go through this playbook. You can see the playbook to the screen also, and this is very interesting playbook which I found, and especially when the author of this playbook is a teenager like you, and I must appreciate for this one. Having said this, what a single line advice you can give to your school fellows, school students from the playbook? Any single line advice, any takeaway of this playbook, that this is for those students who would like to become an innovator or who would like to become an entrepreneur? Any single line of advice if you can share to your school colleagues and school friends from the playbook, I'm saying.
Yeah. So, well, my simple line of advice: do every point, learn every point. Everything which I have written has to be done because it's so crucial. It's not simple. It's simple to understand, but it's not simple to do. But it's crucial. You have to do it. Otherwise, there is some problem you will have. But on the bright side, it's a fun journey. It's so fun. Don't be demotivated. It's so fun. You will love every single minute you go into this space.
Good. Certainly.
It's fun. It's really fun. But like, for example, I was once sitting on my laptop trying to think, oh, what will I do? Oh, what can I do? This looks so boring. I had made an app, okay, and it looks so boring. Then I really thought, let me make it like a game. So like this, you keep getting ideas. You just feel happy. You keep getting ideas. You keep thinking. You will have so much fun. I keep saying the word fun because
it is indeed
like
a fun.
that
I can understand. So Shubham, one more point. Being a school student, how to make a team? If I want to create a team for my idea, for my startup, how to do that? Any advice or any experiential understanding from your side?
It varies between what your idea actually is. There is no definite answer for this, but there are some ideas I can give. So example, right now in my case, I am actually a solo entrepreneur. I am doing the work and it's my idea. It's all what I have done. I exactly don't have an exact team member of sorts.
Achha.
So, but still, as far as I can see, as a school student, you have so many opportunities, so many ways to find a team member. Your own classmates, go to them. Are they interested? Do they want to join in on this entrepreneurial journey with you? Your idea, do they like it? Do they want to build along with it? You also have competitions in your schools. Competitions, you will find so much talent there. Believe me, I was in a competition once based on innovation. I found so many kids who were really, really brilliant. Like that, anybody can find a lot of talent, people who really, and there are so many students, even my friends who really want to get into entrepreneurship and get their own team. So you can kind of go to people around you itself. It's really that simple.
I understand.
And another way also you can say is the initiative which Sir and the Ministry of Education are holding. So yeah.
So along with this, did you find any tool or any resource which has helped you for initiating the various tasks of your startup? Any resource or any tool which you can recommend to your school friends?
Yes. So currently I have used tech. तो थोड़ा सा मुश्किल था to find tech. How do you build a proper app which works online? So for doing that, it's simple. For a tech-based startup, you need to find simple coding languages such as Python. You have Java, you have XML, you have so many. For designing the app, you can use apps such as Figma. There are multiple apps, but I'd recommend Figma because I love it. It's so versatile. Then you have ways to store user data such as cloud-based services like Amazon AWS. There is a lot of stuff you have to find. It depends on what type of startup are you building. If it's a tech-based startup, you need coding languages, you need so many things. If it's any other type of startup, you have to research on your own also to find out what do you actually need, or another way you can do it is understand how another company who is trying to do the same thing or similar thing works. Or if it's some innovative idea, you have to research. That's what I'd recommend.
Yeah, I can understand. At ground level, you started working upon the ideation of your own startup. Then you actually hit the ground of your startup, and you have now operationalized your startup with various tools and techniques, so to say. But having said this, how do you handle the criticism or a rejection? Because I'm sure that while working on your own idea, maybe you might have come across with some criticism also, maybe some rejection also. Can you throw some light on this one also? How you handle some criticism or a rejection, whichever you faced, if any?
Yeah, there is a lot of criticism which comes along when you build a startup, and then you kind of get the light on the stage, like, wow, you built a startup, you're a school student, how? But still, a lot of people come to criticize that it's not good enough, it's not great, you will not be successful, or they'll try to find faults. Yes, rejection and also rejection happens all the time.
So how did you face, and what kind of an advice you can give to the students if they are also facing some criticism or rejection?
Look, there is no exact way to stop rejection. It all happens with everybody, whatever age group they are in startups. You just have to be mentally prepared when you get into such a field. You have to know that rejection will come. But remember, whatever rejection is there, there is always at least one acceptance which you'll find. There will be one acceptance. It's gonna happen. You have to believe in yourself, be happy, go with how life is going, and just work. To be concentrated, be focused, but remember, rejections will come. It's non-negotiable, but also acceptances will.
Sure. So we have to focus on the acceptance.
I mean, use those rejections to learn what you did wrong with those. Why did that rejection happen? Don't think that, oh, rejection ho gaya, now let me just बैठ के मैं कुछ नहीं करता हूँ. Don't do that.
Exactly.
Sit back, think, why did that rejection happen?
Correct.
What was it? Then you will work with that and get your acceptance, and then be happy.
This is very interesting, Shubham. Being a school students, how do you find the role of the school students in shaping the future of our nation? एक स्कूल का बच्चा भारत के भविष्य के लिए काम करना अगर चाहता है आगे जाके, जो कि डेफिनेटली वो चाहेगा, तो उसमें ऐसे कौन सा रोल अभी से प्ले करना चाहिए? It is related to the innovation or STEM or maybe any other activity also, that is fine. But any advice from your side, how the student should see himself, or what type of a role the student should play for shaping the future of our India?
Dekho, sir, as per our Honorable Prime Minister, his vision is that by 2047, our country will be a developed nation. Our beloved India will be a developed nation. So, as far as I know, for the age group of 14 to 17, there is 95 million students whom are actually present in India. Now, there will be a lot of students among them who would really want to bring some change, or they have some idea how can we innovate in that space which they are interested in. Let's say tech. I know a lot of my friends who really want to build some startup, make some money, or build some startup and change lives of,
Understand.
and even the underprivileged people, any person. So the students, the bright minds of our country, they have a lot of ideas. They can do simple thing. Just you can use my playbook, you can learn about it online. To build a startup, you have to start thinking, what is the problem? How do I solve it? It's the same process. You just have to go through it. The students of our current generation in India can actually assist getting to achieve the vision of becoming a developed nation in 2047.
Exactly.
Imagine the students, when they are adults, what heights would they have reached? They are representing India as the new developed nation, and it is going to be really good.
Certainly.
I believe in my own
Certainly,
generation.
certainly, Shubham, and I'm very happy that you have that kind of a visionary forecast also. Though you looks like a teenager, but you are a really very mature, handsome person.
Oh, thank you so much, sir.
Now, Shubham, last question. As you talk about the role of the students for the country, you being a student, how do you feel and what you suggest that the school ecosystem should also support to the entrepreneurship and innovation sector? What should be the role of the school as a student, which you feel?
See, schools in today's world, the entrepreneurship age for Indian people, for any person, it's just begun. Student entrepreneurship is the main thing. Schools should start promoting the idea of innovation. They can start with holding simple contests or enrolling in the Ministry of Education's initiative, or they can start with simple small steps, like they can bring in some
Maybe they can bring in some good, easy or a handy platform for the students. They can come up with a good literatures also, like the playbook like yours, or maybe they can come up with the good labs for the students.
Yes.
Where that, yeah, I can understand
innovation
this
labs. There are so many things anybody can.
So
the
just to
schools can do.
co-align with this one, I'll just update you. The MIC, that is Ministry of Education Innovation Cell, and EICT, we have a very good initiative called SIC, which I spoke with you during the start of our conversation, that School Innovation Council is actively working for the school students. We have many initiatives under this one. We have one good track for the school students who would like to file the patents also. So that scheme name is a Kapila actually. So Kapila is a very good scheme where the school innovators and school students can file the patents or the IP applications also, and we support to those all school innovators or the students if they would like to file IP. Apart from that, very recently, the Honorable Education Minister, he has initiated one new track called Built-thon. On the 13th of October, I would say, all the school students will be working on their respective prototype. This could be a very big, I would say, a mega activity throughout the India. And this initiative is specifically for the students like you, the innovators like you, and the government has initiated this activity. Recently, we have experienced the launch of the Build-thon also, where all the school students working from their respective school laboratories on their own idea-based prototypes. And this can be in a one shot on a 13th of October, in a one shot, all the school students working, and they'll making sure that they come up with the at least a proof of concept. And this can be a very good, I would say, initiative by the government, by Minister of Education for such type of activity. Thank you, Shubham. Thank you very much. I'm very happy and I feel very proud about you. They must be a proud parent. Thank you. Thank you very much for you.
Thank you so much, sir, for having me here. And remember, everybody, it's a fun journey and I'm telling you, it is worth it. Join me and everybody, whoever wants to do this, and we will make India great.
Thank you. Thank you.